Surprise! I'm live. Hello. Good morning and welcome here to my morning live stream. I am in my garden paradise. You can see here a second. We'll go for a walk in a minute. I am Kirsten Peck. This is the Oasis de Artes Imagination Station Creative Zone. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what to call it because everybody wants to know what you named it. What's your name? You know, how do you name something? Because when you name it, you kind of create it. You kind of give it substance, right? So actually, let me write this down because as I'm doing this, I realized I was missing my stream. So let me stop. Let me catch myself, which is always what I life coach tell people to do first thing. So today, the comment or the search terms that come up, I check them before I come online here. Self-discovery journey, which is exactly what this is. I was a award-winning high school teacher and I started writing books, which led me on my own journey, my own self-discovery adventure. And if you follow the channel or look back at the origin, I've now just become 4 years old here in Puerto Rico. So I'm a super cute little 4-year-old. Very excited. And so here, let me now start making this activity that I want to kind of talk about for a second. Let me show it to you because, yes, it's pretty simple, like a paper doll, okay? Or we used to do this with our books and when we'd be reading a story. So it's like you're the character in your main life. And what kind of personality do you have? What kind of interests do you have? What kind of loves or passions or what is it that you really love to do? Okay. And that you're gathering these things together and you're putting together your vision, your statement, your name, you're bringing it to life. You're creating it into, let me try it this way. It's funny, don't move the camera, move the paper, right? So you have this paper doll kind of cut out and it's very simple to make one or draw one on a piece of paper, right? And then start adding in here, just kind of listing it or drawing it on your drawing because this is your workspace. It's your creative transformation for you making your best identity. What is it? So let's start with this gratitude piece. And what do you have? What are your assets? Okay. And also think about it like a DJ mixing music for a party. You have to look at what you have in order to then remix it into the best beats for the party, right? Everybody can follow that train of thought. So let's take stock of what are our assets and what is it that we have and what is it that makes us who we are. And so, this is about your personality. So personality, I obviously am a fast talker. I think a lot of things like this, and not everybody has my kind of personality, which means I sometimes have to realize I need to dial that back. And I literally see people like reacting to me sometimes. And I have to be aware and be like, okay, I love my big personality. I live in Puerto Rico, which accepts big personality as part of the culture. And so that's I'm okay here. But when I go to other places that are not such a loosey-goosey personality, I have to be able to dial that back to sort of fit in a little better. And it's hard because I don't want to fit in. I like being me. So that's something that I just have to kind of think about and work on, Or the next one here, how about my passions and my interests? What is it that I really like in the world and what makes me all excited about it? So there's a researcher, Howard Gardner, that came up with these different types of intelligences. And we talk about that. Some people like environment and animals. Some people like science. Some people like math. Some people like art. Some people just want to be left alone and let them do their thing. Okay, somebody saying hi to me. Good morning. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe, follow along. I am sharing these life tips. The self-discovery journey is the topic today, because it's really a series of questions that you can kind of ask yourself. And you can say, okay, back to these passions. I didn't know how much I wanted to be outside. And so when I went through this discovery journey myself 4, 5, 6 years ago, I realized I have to figure out how to get outside. And so sure enough, here I am, and my imagination has kicked off my energy. I'm the happiest person in the universe because I figured out how to be outside. It's a little tweak that for me was epic. So there are these little bits of things that you can find that are then going to really kick it off. Okay. What's another one here? Let me think. Oh, the values. This too. Values. Those are really big personal feelings and motivators and drivers and reasons why. Reasons why. And there's a list in the book. You don't have to come up with them all on your own, because teachers like to help students with this information. I am, again, having this teacher moment here, which was also kind of funny and getting me back to doing some of my favorite activities that I used to love to do with students, because this really is about you dream casting what you want it to be. And when you come back and you then use the sextant and the 5 points tool to get you then dialed in even more, you're on the path. You're ahead. You're zipping along. And I can do this all in 3 hours. That's the fun part of it. So, this character analysis. And you can think about it. We've even had, then you even take it in our classroom. We'll even take it to you're going to write your own movie. And we get started writing scripts, and we start making movie posters. And which actor or actress do you want to play you? And who's going to be the director? I mean, all that kind of things helps you see where your vision of the future is. And then it helps you get there because you literally have it in your hand instead of your imagination. So that's my down and dirty, nitty gritty. I'm trying to just keep it short and focused because I have a lot of information to share. In fact, today being Wednesday, I have my book sitting here, and I try to do Wednesday kickoff here in my empowerment zone, my Oasis de Artes, of an art book and sharing the history and the culture. And this particular one I am so proud of. This one is new. I've been showing you all my vintage books. This one is new. This is a series of photographs of wooden masks. Oh, I can't see very well. And the artist that I met when I went to the Claridad, and he was there himself. He is a carver, but this is his collection of the history. He is the historian and goes into the history of the masks, the gente, here in Puerto Rico, which, if you know me, I love them. They are down in Ponce. They are over in Loiza. And they have the big crazy heads and the mouths that go like this. And Carnival in Ponce is the best. I suggest you book your ticket now. It's in February. This, again, you can represent yourself. This particular guy does it or did it with masks and carving. And we can do a workshop where you can not necessarily carve one. These take years of skill. But we can make a mask. In fact, I should show it to you. I should bring it out because that day at the festival, I sat with the kids on the stage and made my mask. And the part that's great about it is that, yes, it uses my motif of the eyes or the infinity sign and my symbolism, which is, again, reinforcing all of these messages with just symbols and with art. And they mean so much, even though they can be so simple, you know? So let me check here. Someone says, I live in Puerto Rico. Yes, this is Kamui, Puerto Rico. I'm on the West Coast by Isabella and Arecibo. I'm up in the mountains, kind of near Arecibo, which is, again, part of what made me move over here. Because I love the earth, I love the environment, and being here was part of that decision making for me, okay? And so I am starting to put up my graphics. They're helping me move this process forward. It is the physical, tangible evidence, right? And this, I have to show you. Let's see if I can get this pictured in. Let's see. No, it's not gonna. I need to get pictures of that. Another inspiration pieces. Let me walk you out of the garden. Let me actually show off my flowers some. This is turning really pretty here. This bougainvillea. Oh, here's my bougainvillea. There's the bougainvillea. Isn't she pretty? I don't know why I think the plant's a female, but you know, hey. Fun here. Let me walk around this way. I usually walk on the other side. I'll walk on this side. I got to do some gardening back here. These were all flowering pretty. This one's sort of. Sort of. You get the point, right? All right. Enough of my garden tour here. Enough of my backyard and the big giant palm trees. I think they're spectacular. And as soon as I say that, I also have this that has got to get raked up. So let me go. Let me get a rake because that now is getting really bad. I can't have that. I can't have that, right? That's not allowed. Yeah. So, you know, bring art into your life. The magic and the creativity. Think back into your culture and your roots, because all of the struggles that you have been through, all of those hardships you overcame to get to where you are today, that's powerful energy for you. Absolutely. And every job you've ever had, every boss that you ever were working with, that is, again, trophies and success for you because it's your champion mindset. It's your decision. It's your way of thinking. That's it. I got to go. Have a great day. Subscribe, follow along, join me. You know. Thanks. Love you. Bye. Okay, bye.